This is our 13th choral pilgrimage, and it's our biggest yet. We're going to 35 venues up and down the country. We're going from Perth in Scotland right down to Exeter in the West Country. We're going from Rochester in the south up to Blackburn in the north, Carlisle as well. That's even further north than Blackburn, I think. And we're also going from Southall in the east to Dublin. It's our first visit in concert with the choir to Dublin, so we're really looking forward to that. It's going to be an amazing year. As I say, it's our biggest yet, and it's a fabulous programme. So come and hear us in one or more venues up and down the country. They are all truly glorious.
The 16th Choral Pilgrimage has been running for 13 years now, started in the millennium, and we're currently, of course, doing CP Choral Pilgrimage 13. My first ever 16 concert, in fact, was the very final concert of Choral Pilgrimage 1 in Canterbury Cathedral, and I was only in one piece, but it does count. This year we're going to some new places, Sheffield, Carlisle, places we haven't been before, and of course lots of the old places that we know and love and go to every single year, like Southall and Blackburn, and places with particularly nice hotels and pubs, very important.
Yeah, why not?
Here's Kirsty.
At this year's Choral Pilgrimage, we're doing music by James Macmillan, Palestrina, and Allegri. We're doing a new version of the Allegri put together by Ben Byron Wigfield and Harry. It's got a lot more ornamentation going on in it, and only 2 top Cs as opposed to 6, which for the soprano who's doing the top line is, I suppose, in some ways a blessing, in some ways not such a blessing. It's great you don't have to do 6, it makes the 2 that you've got to do slightly more nerve-wracking, I suspect. But yes, it's going to be a fabulous year, I think.
So we just finished our day of rehearsing for the Choral Pilgrimage. I've rehearsed about 30 singers in all, 18 of which of course will be partaking in each of the concerts throughout the year, and we start in Guildford tomorrow. It's been a fantastic day's rehearsal because this is, it's a really interesting programme. We start with plain song. I'm going to show you this a bit. Regina Coeli. So they have to, the singers, they always love having to read from my script, which is usually pretty illegible, but they do it very well. And the programme is entitled Regina Coeli, Queen of Heaven, because it's based on this piece of plain song as well as some movements from Palestrina's Mass, Regina Coeli. But one of the most important composers in this pilgrimage tour is James Macmillan, and I'm really delighted that we're going to be performing his Miserere. James actually wrote this for us back in 2009, and we first performed it for the Flanders Festival in Antwerp. It's a stunning piece. It creates great effects and makes amazing demands on the singers. We all feel amazingly tired after we performed it, but actually really positive because it is such a wonderful piece. And of course, probably the piece you've all come to listen to is Allegri's Miserere, the famous Allegri Miserere, but you're going to hear it with a bit of a difference. You will hear a couple of top Cs at the end, but what we've done is trying to give you a taste of its evolution. No score survives from Allegri's day, so everything is speculative. But we believe we're getting closer to the truth in the performance that you will hear. And it's got some extraordinary moments which are just fantastic. The solo quartet have wonderful embellishments to do, which will be splendid in all the venues we'll be visiting this year.